Hello and welcome to Priyanshu's analysis of Test cricket between Sri Lanka and Australia. This is the first test at Palakkele. Sri Lanka batted first. They scored 117 runs. They played less than 35 overs on a track which wasn't a landmine. There wasn't too much for the bowlers, neither the spinners nor the fast bowlers. But the Australian seamers, they bowled a good line. They moved the ball in the air a little bit. Mitchell Starc, he bowls at good pace. He gets the ball to move into the right-handers when he's in real good form. And those deliveries for left-handed batsmen, they come into the batsman in the air and straighten off the pitch. Karunaratne, he's a prime LBW candidate, especially to a bowler like Mitchell Starc. Mitchell Starc got him twice in this game. Both times LBW, both times reviewed by the batsman. But both times, well, the decision went in the favor of the bowler. J.K. Silva, well, he played away from his body from a delivery bowled by Josh Hazelwood. Hazelwood, very much on the lines of Glenn McGrath or Stuart Clark. He's not extra quick. He bowls into that channel outside off stump. Some deliveries come into the batsman, the right-handed batsman of the seam, but most of his deliveries leave the right-handed batsman. So a lot of batsmen have to play at his deliveries, just wondering if the ball might come into them. He got Mendes, LBW. Mendes played across the line. He got LBW. Dinesh Chandimal, he started off well but did not last long, scored 15 runs. He was caught behind of Josh Hazelwood. Angelo Matthews, he had a terrific 2015. He was one of the best batters in the world in Test cricket in 2015. But until now in 2016, he hasn't done too much of note. As a captain, he has to take more responsibilities. He was caught at slips. He played in front of his body but away from his body. The ball bounced a little bit from O'Keefe and he was caught at slips by Voges. DM Silva, this is his first test match game. He started off with a 6 of Nathan Lyon, played a decent innings but did not get to 25 or 30. Overall, Australia, their fast bowlers and spinners, they shared the spoils. 5 wickets by the fast bowlers, 2 for Starc, 3 for Hazelwood, and spinners got 5 wickets too. O'Keefe, he got 2 wickets. Nathan Lyon, he got 3 wickets. A lot of the batsmen from either side, they have been guilty of playing the spinners of back foot. When I talk about the Australian innings, I'll talk about that. So Australia, they had only 117 runs to gun down to take a lead. They lost David Warner to Nuwan Pradeep really early. It was a full delivery outside off stump. David Warner went for that almighty drive, big booming drive, and he got castled. The ball took the inside edge. Burns, well, he got bowled to Herath. The ball actually came into him. It did not spin away from him. A lot of these batsmen, they are playing for the turn, but some of the deliveries are just straightening off the deck. They are not really turning big. Usman Khwaja, he was guilty of playing back to a Herath delivery. He was plumb in front. Stephen Smith and Adam Voges, they saw out the day. They both played really well. Stephen Smith, when he came out to bat on the third morning, he went after Herath, missed the delivery. He went for the big 6, did not get a touch on the ball. He was left stranded. It was an easy stumping chance for the keeper. Voges played really well, but he got out to Pradeep. He scored 47. He was the highest scorer in the first innings for either team. Mitchell Marsh contributed a little with the bat. He scored 31, but then he got bowled to Sandakan. Sandakan, he's a Chinaman bowler. His stock delivery is the one that comes into the right-handers, but he has the delivery that goes away from them. The Australian batsmen, they've had trouble picking him in this test. Some of the deliveries are just straightening after pitching, and the batsmen, the right-handed batsmen, are playing for the turn or for the ball to come into them. He bowled really well along with Rangana Herath. Rangana Herath, well, he's a wily customer. You know he can get wickets on any track. Herath, he got 4 wickets. Sandakan bowled really well. He got 4 wickets. Nuwan Pradeep, he got 2 wickets. Overall, Australia could only muster up 203 runs. Not enough runs, but when the opposition has only scored 117, a healthy lead of 80 odd runs is a big deal in a test match. Second innings, Sri Lanka started off badly again. They started with Pereira this time. Pereira, well, he's a quick scorer. He's really renowned for his hitting in 2020. He got LBW to Mitchell Starc. Silva, he got LBW to O'Keefe. A lot of these batsmen, like I said, are playing on the back foot. They need to come in front. They need to find the length of the ball quickly. They have to judge the length quickly so they know whether to stay on back foot or front foot. Karunaratne, second time around, LBW to start. The ball came into him. The ball was going to hit leg stump. He reviewed the decision, but again the decision went in favor of the bowler. He should have never reviewed it. When you are reviewing an LBW decision, you have to be sure that you got a nick or the ball is going to completely miss the stump. Because even if the ball is brushing the stumps, you are going to be given out and the umpire's decision that stays. Mendes, well, he played a brilliant innings. On this track where the batsman was struggling to get to 50, even struggling to play 50 balls, he scored 176 runs. He took the attack to the opposition. He started off well. He played the spinners really well. He slog swept Nathan Lyon for plenty of runs. He was good on the back foot as well on the front foot. He knew what he needs to do on a particular delivery. The best part was he took the advantage of the bad deliveries. He put them away. He wasn't in a defensive mode. He wasn't over aggressive either. He wasn't really chasing the wide deliveries. Once he got to his 50, which was just his second 50 in Test cricket, he gained more confidence. Lakshman Chandimal, he gave him good support. Angelo Matthews, another failure for him. Angelo Matthews needs to figure out that how does he get runs now, because it seems as a captain, he's not setting the right example for the whole team. His bowling average is in 50s, which is terrible for an all-rounder. His batting average is in late 40s, really good, but this year hasn't been great for him. Going forward, second test onwards, he needs to play better. He needs to be sure of what kind of shots he's going to play. He starts off aggressively in most of his innings. He starts off with a boundary or something. He's a positive player generally, but this wasn't his test, not until now. Chandimal, another decent innings from him. He got 42 runs. Pereira, he played decently. The lower order contributed. Rangana Herath, he got 35 runs. Overall, Sri Lanka got 353 runs in the second innings. A big improvement compared to the first innings where they got 1/3 the runs of the third innings. Sri Lanka, well, with 353 runs on board and with two spinners that Australia are struggling to pick, they had enough runs on the board to put Australia under pressure. Good bowling by Mitchell Starc second innings too. He got 4 wickets. Hazelwood, consistent as ever. He got 2 wickets. O'Keefe, he got injured bowling in the second innings, so he did not bowl much. He bowled 16 odd overs. Nathan Lyon, he got 2 wickets. Big achievement by Nathan Lyon in this test. He's the only Australian off spinner to have actually got 200 test wickets. So hats off to him. And he's a decent bowler. He's a hard-working bowler. He bowls good lines. He bowls the typical off-spinner's delivery when he bowls over the wickets. He bowls it outside the off stump, tries to make the batsman drive him through the covers, and he gets his wicket. Bowling around the wicket, he makes most of the batsmen bad pad candidates, and he got some wickets like that in this test. Australia, well, they are chasing a decent total on this track. The way they have batted in the first innings, anything over 200 was going to be difficult. David Warner, well, he succumbed in the second innings too. He got bowled. He was going for a big hit. He didn't connect it. Bowled by Herath. Usman Khwaja, he started off well, but he was LBW to Pereira. Joe Burns, he did not read a Sandakan delivery. Sandakan got him bowled. So Australia right now, they've lost 3 wickets for 83 runs. They need 175 more runs with Steven Smith and Adam Voges at the crease right now. The 5th day is really going to be interesting. This is not going to be an easy chase for Australia, looking at how they batted in the first innings. Sandakan and Herath, they are the key for me, for Sri Lanka. And this partnership between Smith and Voges, they have to get a partnership going. They have to score at least 70-80 runs together, because Mitchell Marsh is the only batter after them who seems to be a candidate who can score some runs, 30-40 maybe. Peter Neville, he's a brilliant keeper, quick off his feet, but he hasn't done much with the bat in the test cricket, so he might have to contribute with the bat this time around. And the lower order, they'll have to come good like they came good in the first inning, score 10-15 runs each. This, if it's a full day's play, which might not be a possibility given it has rained every day during this test match. Australia, they might want to hold on to a draw if they think the rain is going to come around soon. If they are going to attack these spinners, that might not augur well for them. Until now, in the second innings, Steven Smith, well, he hasn't given into the temptation of hitting the spinners, but you never know. So wait and watch for the 5th day of this interesting test match cricket. Great fight back by Sri Lanka. Brilliant innings by one of their young batsmen. I'm waiting for the fifth day and let's see who comes out winners in this game. Have a great day. Have a good night.